Beltane blessings, everyone. I just made my little update video on what's been going on and sharing something that came to me in a channel. But I wanted to do a touch base. I know it's not our proper card pulls, but these are really important to me personally to do at the changing of seasons, at junction points, and at shifting points when things have ended or things are moving into a different situation. And so much of that is happening in people's personal lives globally. So as Beltane begins and we are moving into the full force of Taurus season, Spirit, please, 4-4 on the timer. I know we are divinely protected. Acceptance. Are you going to accept that protection? Because rejection is divine protection. And one of the hardest things that we have to... I love that the Bluebell Fairy of Gratitude is down there. One of the hardest things that we have to accept when we are on these spiritual journeys is when something that our ego wanted is not for our greatest and highest good, is not for the best of our soul. And there's a lot of frustration that comes with that because that desire usually comes from a place of lack, sometimes a place of envy, sometimes a place where we felt like we were not given what we deserve in so many situations. And so when we have gone after something and we were met with that rejection, it's not a no from the universe, it's a redirection. Courage and gratitude both are needed. Hello, beautiful Robin. Are you the one that Artemis is taking quarrel with? Probably. It takes a lot of courage to still go after what it is you want. There's a little ant here beneath me that is just dancing on this blade of grass. That's really cool. But like, even as this little guy was doing, he was crawling up it and fumbling and falling, but still trying to crawl. And I mean, there's nothing that I can see that he needs, but he's living his own life. He has his own experiences and his own desires. And so the rejection that we get from people are often from places of superiority on their part or inferiority, where you are a threat to them in some way in their situation. And they have rejected you to keep them in their place. But honestly, if that was what was going on, you clearly didn't need to be in that place to begin with, because they were not people that valued your wisdom. And wisdom is what we seek to gain from these acceptances. Renewal as well. It's not that we are giving up on our dreams. It's not that we are giving up on who we are. It's letting ourselves make a different choice. Letting ourselves accept that the way we were going about it may not have been the best way. And when Spirit brings in these opportunities and these little notions of just like, man, that keeps happening. Why does that keep happening? These things come across, opportunities, people, whatever it is for you specifically, they come across at different moments. I love that I just cut to enlightenment. Yeah, purity and trust in reverse. Sanctuary, yeah. These things come across to see if we have learned the lesson, to see if we have alchemized what tainted our purity, what tainted our heart, and what tainted our dream. And, I mean, you don't really walk through this life without being tainted in some way. We have all been touched by darkness. We have all felt a pain. We have all felt something that has made us overwhelmed with that intensity. And going through a dark night of the soul, which this does feel like what you've come out of. Dark soul of the night, you have finally found your light. Okay. That line, dark soul of the night, I can't remember which particular dark goddess it came from. I'm wanting to say Lilith. Yeah. Dark soul of the night, you have finally found your light. Enlightenment, sanctuary, uncertainty, and playfulness, all in the reverse that had come out. Passage. It's like you have intentionally or unintentionally put a halt in the progress forward, because that enlightenment did bring a... It's like when you're doing deep shadow work and you have past life regressions or painful memories that you hadn't thought about in a really long time. These things come up and they trigger an event in you. This happens all the time with twin flames. People think twin flames is like the most beautiful romantic relationship. It is. It is and it isn't, because twin flames is an extremely powerful soul connection. We have an entire episode on it on my podcast, Vibes with the Archives. But it is not for the faint of which. It brings about entire upheavals to everything that you have known in this world, because there is something that feels instinctively familiar yet foreign, is the best way that I could describe it without getting too much into it. And there has been a this is as good as I've had sort of thing. This has not been an easy year for many of us. And it's certainly leadership and truth in reverse. It's bringing to light how many people in so many different levels have used, manipulated, and lied. And you're right to be pissed by that. You're right to be annoyed by that. Flexibility with the willow spirit at the bottom of the deck here, and also that's just beautiful for whatever the fuck this bush is behind me. Someone could tell me what this is, I would love to know. The willow spirit of flexibility is reminding you that you do not have to subscribe to that pain. Absolutely. Do not forget what they have done. And I'm not saying you have to forgive them now. But do not let yourself go into this spring season being fertilized by pain and spite and anger. Because that does not bear a sweet fruit. It bears something toxic. And you do not need that anymore in your life, my love. There is a lot that can be learned from this situation. And it will be difficult it will be harder for some than others because of whatever level of awareness and self-accountability you are at. Move. It is stagnant, my dear. This energy that you are carrying, it feels stuck within you, just sitting there, deep within your belly, resting upon your shoulders and etched across the lines of your face, like an old rusty gate that simply won't open. But notice, my love, how easily the gate will work again when it is oiled and painted anew, awoken from its dormant position when it is simply moved again. You are no different, dear one. You simply need to move. We have been paralyzed by fear in this lifetime, in this current world, economic, globally, politically, but my loves, you have to, even if it is the smallest thing, the tiniest daydream, do what makes your soul happy, what makes your soul shine. I'm incredibly proud of everyone that has made it through this year. It has not been easy, and especially for those of us that are going through these changes actively. If you guys wanted a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, soulshinejewelryandart.com. I also have intention jewelry, beautiful mushroom ornaments, and some really cool gift box sets that I'll be coming and showing you guys here soon. All right. Brightest blessings, everyone. I love you.